Hi everyone! Today we're going to continue to learn about physical science. Before we do, I want to show you a little toy that I have. I have a stick here called a fun stick. Has a button where I press. You can hear the sound that it produces. And I also have a piece of tinsel. Let's see what happens when I turn on my fun stick and bring my tinsel close. Pretty cool, right? Every time I pressed the button and brought the tinsel near, what happened? The tinsel went flying, it went up in the air. And then when I turned it off, when I let go, the tinsel came down. Let's talk about the basic part first. We know the tinsel came down because there is a force that pulls everything down to the ground. That's right, the force of gravity. Now, the force of gravity was not strong enough to pull it down when this fun stick was in play. In fact, it went the opposite way. It went up every time I brought the fun stick close. Can you guess how this works? First idea I thought of, well, must be air that's coming out of here. Now I'm going to test it. I know you guys can't feel it, but you're gonna have to take my word for it. When I press this on, I don't feel anything. There's no air. But you did see it move again, right? There's something happening. No air. But when I bring it close, this tinsel moves again. When I bring this fun stick close, looks like something's happening to the tinsel. It wants to move. It's not even on right now, but what do you think is going on? The topic we're going to learn about today is static electricity. Now, you may have noticed on some days you'll put on a hoodie and you'll feel your hair stick to the hoodie. Or if you're wearing a skirt, or you'll see an adult wearing a skirt and their skirt is kind of stuck to their legs. This is all static electricity. Let's start off by doing an experiment. For this lab, you will need a balloon that's provided for you in your enrichment bag. You will need to provide an aluminum can. Water, soda, anything will work as long as the contents are empty. You will also need a wool sweater, maybe for a rug, or if you don't have it, your hair or someone else's hair will do just fine. You will also need a nice, smooth, flat surface to work on. First thing we're going to do is place the can on the table and we'll see it's not moving. Take your balloon, blow it up and tie it at the end. Now what we're going to do is take the balloon and just rub it onto the fur, the wool, or your hair. And what I like to do is say we are charging our balloon. Then I'm going to take my balloon, bring it close to the can, and what's happening here? I was able to roll the can right off my table without even touching it. How did I do that? What was going on here? Let's try it again. This time, I'm going to place the can on the other side of the table, take my balloon and charge it up again, bring it close to the can, and again, I was able to move the can without touching it. back and forth, both ways. What is going on? Is it magic? No. Power of static electricity. We started off with a rubber balloon. Now this balloon had no charge on it. You may have heard of the word charge when it comes to charging your cell phone, charging your iPad. This kind of charge is a little bit different. We're not plugging anything into the wall, but we are in fact charging it. This balloon has both positive charges and negative charges on it. But when I say that it has no charge, it has the same amount of positives and negatives. When I take that balloon and I rub it on the wool or the fur, I am stealing negative charges. I'm stealing electrons. These negative charges jump onto my balloon, and now my balloon is charged and it has a negative charge on it. My can here didn't do anything to the can. The can is neutral, but the can also has positive and negative charges on it. When I take my balloon and charge it up, I'm stealing all of these negative charges. Now, the positive charges are attracted to the negative charges on my balloon. Pretty cool, right? Simple diagram here to show you how charges work. Positive charges that are exactly the same, they repel. A positive charge and a negative charge attract, and two negative charges repel. Break it down. Similar charges repel, opposite charges attract. Go ahead, try this with your own balloon and see if you are able to move an aluminum can off of a table. Remember, the can must be empty, otherwise it's way too heavy. Pour out all of the contents, or if you happen to have an empty can around, and try this one. Let's come back to the fun stick and see if we can now understand how it works. Now remember, press the button, you hear a noise. What is that noise? Well, there's actually a rubber belt that's turning and turning inside of this fun stick. Now you can think of it as the same kind of conveyor belt that you put your groceries on at the supermarket. If you've ever touched one of those, you might have felt a shock as well. Same concept. This rubber belt, as it turns, is creating a charge. That charge gets transferred onto the tinsel, and since they both have negative charges, they repel one another. They don't like to be close to one another. Similar charges repel, opposite charges attract. Let's see what else we can do with our fun stick. Here I am at my kitchen sink with basic running water. Now let's see what happens when I bring my fun stick close to the water and turn it on. The fun stick can actually move the water. Looks like the water is dancing all around. How fun is that? Now I know what you're thinking. You want to have a fun stick too. Well, we're going to make our own today. A little bit different, and that's not a little bit different, but just as fun. What you're going to need for this lab is a plastic bag from the grocery store, pair of scissors, wool sweater or rug, whatever you may have. And what you're going to do is cut out a straight line from the top of the bag. So now I have my plastic ring. And what I'm going to do now is take my balloon and charge it up. Rub it all around the rug. And remember, I'm adding negative charges onto this. And we're going to put it off to the side. Now I'm also going to take the plastic and rub this really well on my rug as well. Now let's see what happens when I bring the balloon close to the plastic. How cool was that? We made our own fun stick using plastic bag and our rubber balloon. Let's talk about what we did. Let me charge the balloon on my rug. But I also did something else. I charged the plastic onto the rug as well. When I did that, what charge did I give both of these? Negative charges. They both got negative charges, and negative charges, we know, repel. When I brought the plastic near my balloon, it started to repel. That was pretty cool. Now let's see if our balloon has the same power over water as our fun stick did. I have my balloon and I'm just going to charge it. And let's bring it close. Whoa, look at that. That's even stronger than the fun stick. How fun. I can make the water dance and I can make it move in any direction I want. Well, that was fun. We don't need a fancy toy to be able to create static electricity and visualize it. We were able to see things fly. We were able to make water dance, all through the power of static electricity. Now, positive charges, similar charges repel. Negative charges that are similar also repel. The only time that charges attract is when they are opposite. Positive, negative, negative, positive. Go ahead, try these experiments and have fun. You can also see what else you're able to do. A balloon has the power to pick up items. I'll give you a hint. They better be light. You can try different items, try rubbing the balloon on different surfaces, test and see what happens.